What? Oh my gosh, man. That's crazy. And we just went live, but you can hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't. You're just a black screen.
Whoa. Damn, what's going on? Um, and I'm not even covering nothing. This is so annoying, man. Um, I literally just saw you before we went live.
Yeah, but then you froze up. Mm.
Um, damn, don't tell me I'm gonna have to get out, and then come back in. Uh, all right, there we
There you
go.
go.
Perfect, perfect. I guess because I was like posting the link on Instagram, it kind of was like it went off. So um, here is good enough, right? You can see everything.
Oh yeah, I can see everything just
Uh,
fine.
all right, perfect, man. So the title for the live stream that I put for us was talking old school pre workouts because that's a topic that you wanted to talk about for I think it was like very like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after that, right before we came on live, you were telling me that the second batch of the OG Crack Purple, that one was kind of iffy, like in the sense that it didn't hit as hard as the first batch.
Not
So
even close.
so tell me you. So let's start off with that one, just because I know it's been on your mind for the last what hour or so of how like different it was.
Oh yeah. So okay, yeah. So I'm sure you've had both versions. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
First of all, the first version of Crack Purple, besides legit pre, nothing comes close to what I've had. But when it comes to that, so the crack purple was a really good the first version was like smooth. Like within 20 minutes, it's
Yeah.
like the full effect. I don't know if they laced it with cocaine or meth, but that's what it felt like.
No, that would it hits hard. I'm not gonna lie, like that first batch, um, it was a crazy experience. And when I got home, like that first day that I did try it out, I had to go get some like I was taking off my socks and heading to the shower, and like I came back up, and it took my breath away because I was just like still like it got to me, and I was choking up a little bit. I'm like, this is like an hour and a half in, and I'm like, oh man, this thing is. Oh, the person said I took meth. I guess we got a troll from the beginning, or I don't know
No,
what, but
no, that guy was here last time. Has IQ? I think he was.
all right, yeah. I welcome to the to the channel, man. We got 19 people on already. All right, it's doing the limit, but it doesn't matter, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, comparing it with the two different batches, it's kind of hard to like, because you're already psyched up from the first one, and you're like, okay, this is like, and there's a little baby scoop, so you're like, yes, I'm good to go with this little baby scoop. But then that second one, you're like, okay, now it's all right, but I guess for those people who need some lower thins, maybe you won't want that one. But for you, what was the biggest thing for you that it was just like, no, it's a no go when it came to the new version, like the second batch to the first batch?
Well, okay. First of all, I don't know. Like every flavor of for some reason, the crack purple, they always did the flavor really well. It actually tastes like a real flavor. What was
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What's with the bald? He look geeky.
Uh,
We're just doing a review. We're just talking smack about some products, and definitely a geek with all the anime posters in the back. Oh yeah. By the way, speaking of anime posters, why did you dude? Who did that design with your anime room? Why does it look? You look like a midget in that room.
oh, because that room um is downstairs, so it's the first floor. So I think that was like 16 or 18 feet tall, and that's like the
Oh.
section that we chose because it was like we had so many like Funkos and the wanted posters, but those are the metal ones, the heavy ones.
Hmm.
So it was like we want to put everything there, and that's only just like the One Piece and a little bit of the other Funkos that we had for that One Piece. But then we on the other side, which you didn't see, we have Demon Slayer, we have like Batman and like the other animes, like American animes as well. So I'm like, that was perfect because I felt like it bring the essence of otaku pump, especially with them being an anime inspired, supplement company. And now I feel like talking about them because it was like a little segue. Those sample packs, I feel like they came back with a vengeance with the sample packs, just because first they came out with just one product, and then we didn't hear from them. Like the website, I think it was down for a little bit, and then now coming up for the summer, but I think he only got like 2 weeks out. The owner just bring out the sample packs with two new flavors. So I was like, and they all have a different anime design on the labels. Did you get a chance to see the labels or not?
Looks like a taco pup, and this guy said, "I got a toothache. Any tips?" You
Go to the
guys
doctor.
play game? You guys play game like video games? Well, for the toothpick, you're just gonna have to let it ride it out because there's nothing you can really do for a toothache unless you get some. I don't know what
Oragel or something.
or a gel. And do you guys play game? If you're referring to video games, I used to play a lot back in my day, like 16-hour days. I don't even play video games over anymore. I think they're kind of a waste of time. What about you, Harry? You still play video games?
I stopped for a while, and I literally just got back into it this year, like the last month. Honestly, I feel like it helps, but relax more than anything, just because. But I only do like an hour, maybe an hour and a half a day, just because one, I don't want it to take too much of my time, but just enough for me to enjoy the games. Because now with the Xbox Game Pass, there's a lot of games that you can get that you don't have to buy. Um, so look at the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the three and four one bundle. Game Pass is having that, so it's like, why not pay $20 a month to have to play online with everybody and get all these games. So for me lately, I've been playing, but right now I'm stuck just like feeding on Halo Infinite for like an hour, and then afterwards, after like an hour and a half, I just tap out and just take a little break because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to have it take too much time. Because you said how many hours you used to play a day?
Oh, during COVID, dude, I was like playing 16 hours a day. But I was like playing usually 8 during after work, like 6 to 8 hours. That was bad.
Damn, man, that's I don't what
What is going on?
I'm like, now we're getting Bible verses.
What is going on here? Ryan and
Jordan Storm.
Jordan Storm chasing? Wait, what is that profile picture? It looks. Oh, that's. I think that's Jesus on the profile picture.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for spreading the word.
Yeah, thank you. But I don't. I don't know what that has to do with pre-workout.
I
Wait,
don't know.
what did you name? What's the title of this live stream?
I titled it "Talking Old School Pre Workouts and Everything Else." Like basically everything else falls into whatever the live stream would go after. So let's, you know what? Let me just start with that title, "Old School Pre Workouts," and then we can talk about everything else because that was something we were talking about. Because I literally was playing Halo and Gino was like messaging me on Instagram, and I was just sending voicemails back, and we were talking about like the old school craze pre workout. Like that thing was a staple in my gym, and I don't know. Did you get a chance to try it out, Gino, or no?
Craze?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way too, dude. That was way before my time. I would have been like 15 years old.
Oh yeah. Oh hell no. Yeah, you would have been done. Yeah, I tried it out in my teens, so I was like, I felt lucky, but at the same time, I don't know if I was really lucky because of what was found in Craze. Because of I think it was like they found out it had meth or something. I don't know, something weird.
Lab grade meth.
Yeah, something like that. So and it makes sense now because we like, imagine you're getting this from the vitamin shop. So the vitamin shop was literally right across the street from the gym, and everybody in our gym was taking that one. They were like, "We're getting great results. We're pushing 2 3 hours a day light work," and I'm like, okay. So we tried that, and I never did a full scoop. Like I always did. Like I started off with like a fourth, and then
A
half a
fourth.
scoop. Yeah, because I'm telling you that thing, and this was me without no like no real introduction to pre workouts except like a Red Bull. So that was where my tolerance was. Like I went from a Red Bull to taking craze, and then it's like night and day when it comes to that. Or like how can I? The best way to explain it is you got Red Bull, which has barely like 200 milligrams of caffeine with just flavor and sugar and whatever it was, but then you get Craze, which had all these extra ingredients aside from caffeine and whatever, and you'll be up for hours. So you're like, take this or that, and especially with the new introduction to your body, it kind of hit us hard the first day. A couple of us did end up crashing out like the next day just because it was really strong and it lasted long. And like I was telling you when we were speaking on Instagram, like this was like before Halo 3 came out. It was like I think Halo 2 had just come out, and then 3 was in a couple months, and that was like what we were doing at that time. We would hit the gym, and then in the afternoon took Craze, and then afterwards just wrote it out and played Halo.
I couldn't.
So
Dude, I couldn't imagine. Like, I bet you could. I bet you were saying in Spanish, "That guy just killed me!" And then threw the controller across the room.
yeah, it wasn't that level of intensity because it was like you gotta think about it. This was like before 360 was like everywhere. The Xbox 360 was like when the 360 was a brand new product, and you're like, I don't even want to damage the controller. Like we will like punch our head, like our knee or something, or the chair. Like damn, like we know saying curse words also. But my thing was it was more of a focus. Like that was the closest thing I can say that I like how Craze felt was you felt like a mix of like Kill Switch with Smash AMF and what was the other one that did come out in between and like Juiced. Imagine like you mix those three, but you have like a mental clarity at the same time. So it was like you're up, you're wired, you don't feel the weights, and you still feel like you're yourself without having like any like tweakiness on it. But I did notice like when you go up with these scoops, you would grind your teeth a little bit, but it wasn't like too crazy. So at that time, you just chew gum. That's what the people in the gym were telling us. But that was a hell of an experience. And like I told you, man, like my brother and my friend that took a full scoop the first time, like it was. Oh, and the anxiety, it bring like a strong anxiety. That's something that never changed from every scoop. It was like a little bit too anxious. It felt like it had too much beta. Like the sense of urgency was a lot, but it went away after like an hour. Imagine you feeling that for an hour and then kind of smoothed out. But yeah, they broke night and didn't crash out till like the next day. And have you tried a pre workout that gave you that kind of experience that you were like you could work out for 2 or 3 times a day? And that's how good you were feeling with that pre workout.
When it came to energy, yeah, the OG crack purple, the first version.
I hear you. I hear you. And what pre workout was similar to that effect that lasted long. It felt like it gave me a cracked out feeling. Was that symbiote, the OG symbiote?
Oh, I have that. I have that.
Do you have the whiteout flavor? I think that was the
No, I got the one with DMHA. Yeah.
yeah. If I'm correct, they had one that had DMAA and DMHA.
Oh, I don't know. I never had that one. Mine just says DMHA on it.
Oh, gotcha. I got yeah. I'm talking about like real early, and this was a batch that I got from Sub Central because Sub Central was running like a discount, and I got that one with God of Rage. That was the first time I even got introduced to Centurion Labs. I didn't know who they were or anything. Just the label looked sick, and I was like, let me pick it up. And I also got the two last OG crack purple tubs, and I don't know if you know these guys that are they do reviews, but they do reviews in Spanish. I
Yeah,
think
you told me about them. You gave them a bunch of stuff.
yeah, they took my sealed OG crack uh, batch and the symbiote as well to review, and they have all good things to say about it. And I still say I wish I didn't sell it because it was sealed, but it is what it is, man. But with you, you have a similar pre-workout that you tried, right? You said it was like called Alpha something. I forgot.
Oh, alpha mood. No, that doesn't give you much energy, heart rate pounding, but it gives you
Mhm.
intense, ridiculous focus. Like I told you this, it was. Uh, Doug was like, "I'm glad I only gave Gino. I'm glad Gino only gave me 3 scoops. I'm gonna be a crackhead on this thing now."
If I'm
He,
correct, he has a tub now, right?
oh yeah, he got a tub for his daughter. But yeah, he actually now a serving is about 11 grams. So he took a big heaper. What I would say is about 15 to 16 grams.
What?
So so he took a little bit, and oh man, he was funny. He was hilarious. Like, have you ever had Excelsior? Have you ever had Excelsior?
Yes, yes. I had. I'm not sure which batch it was because, like Ace. Shout out to Ice He sent me over a sample pack. I don't know from which batch it was, but I know it was like an OG batch that he did send over, and that thing is it hits hard, and I think that's where that is like one of the favorites to just go back to and just try out, like at least once every month or something. But yeah, I did try it out to answer your question.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, when it comes to for me, Excelsior. Every single time I take it, I can't fall asleep till after. Like, if I take it in the morning, you're going to be wired for the next 15 hours. You can't sleep for at least 15 hours after you take it.
Yep, I hear you, and that one it is tricky because when it comes to like those pre-workouts, especially Excelsior, you kind of like you want the experience and everything, but you're like, am I ready to stay up for the whole day? And that was my thing because I'm like, when he gave me that sample pack, I wasn't like taking any sleep aids or anything. So mind you, I'm like in my bed, like, and it's 12 a.m. and I'm like looking at my ceiling, like I can't go to sleep. So I'm like, let me just stay up and be productive. And I just ended up cleaning my house honestly after that because what you're gonna do? You're awake and like you have all this energy, and all this focus and that's one thing I would give it up to Excelsior. You will get shit done with that pre workout. And what about you? How's your experience with Excelsior when you take it?
Well, I just got the new. Well, so you've heard that I was going to do a review on it, but like you heard the '07 batch is not as good as the '06 26 batch, right? With the rigid.
No, I haven't heard it. I honestly haven't been on Reddit or anything when it comes to that. Or did you hear that from somebody else? Because I know Reddit they go hard when it comes to Excelsior.
Well, let me tell you this for example. So I don't know. I haven't had it yet, so I can't say it. But I wanted to get crack purple, but we'll talk about that later. So I took the first time I took it, 6 grams was perfect. Then after that, 6 grams wasn't enough. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, so I took 9 grams. And I started to feel stuff. But however, well, a lot of people with the '07 26 batch, they use the meaty morsel stack, as you like to call it. It's basically 9 grams of Excelsior with 5 to 6 grams of Barbarian,
Jesus Christ.
and that, that
Your mind is like I haven't mixed pre's like that, to be honest, but like I can just like I know what people tell me how Barbarian is by itself, and then just to stack that with Excelsior is just next level. And how would you describe that experience when it comes to just doing that stack?
Oh man, so I took it. I actually took it with me to Morses up in when I went to the convention in Boston,
Yeah,
and it was the rave. And I'll tell you this: I took that shit at like 7 o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
and bruh, I didn't go to sleep till 2 o'clock that night. I went to like a rave, and I walked like 20 miles that day. And like I went to the gym, then I danced, and then I raved, and then I was dancing like a maniac. I had Ash Ketchum say, "You man, you're really good dancer." I think he was gay or something, but not that it matters.
You were like no, you're like thank you.
Well, it was nice he got a compliment. And then oh yeah, and then the same day, some Asian kid puked all over the floor and then punched one of the guys right next to me.
But what do you mean he puked over the floor?
We were in a nightclub, and this Asian kid, like puked all over the floor, and then he got up and punched somebody right next. It was more of a bitch slap.
What?
Yeah, he got kicked out of the club. That club was like $50 to get in. It was sold out. It was this We Touch Grass. That's what it was called. And then an Indian girl called me beautiful. It was a lovely night.
Wouldn't that be well? Hey, the compliments were there, so I'm not gonna knock it because I wasn't there. You know, it all depends on the vibe of the club
But
and everything.
but oh man, talk about stimulating. I got like one. I Dude, Barbarian's one of the few. It's one of the extreme few pre-workouts that can get my heart rate above 170 while lifting. I don't know what you got it. It's one of the very few.
Um, honestly, there's a pre-workout with no DMHA that got my heart rate up to 179.
What was
Uh,
that?
and that was the Panda Rampage Goblin Juice. That one is a super nootropic, man. That one, and for some reason, that day that I was working out, I did weights, and then I did an hour of cardio, and my heart rate went up to 179. I don't know why, but it just did it with that pre workout. And the second one that I would say that got it up to 179, a little bit over. I think it was like 182. Was the Panda and Apollon Nutrition's collab pre workout. For some reason, that one had my heart like do 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 do. But then the Goblin Juice, it didn't do that after like 3 or 4 times. It was just like the first two. But that was surprisingly got my heart rate up. And you were gonna say something?
No, go on. I'm listening.
Oh no, I was just gonna tell you like those were the only two pre workouts that I could like. I looked at my watch and like I felt like my heart was coming out my chest. But when it comes to other pre workouts, for some reason, it doesn't matter if it's a DMHA pre workout or not. I feel like it's more of the caffeine, like the
Okay.
caffeine hit. So if it has like strong or well sourced caffeine, that's how my body reacts to it. Like boom, it's gonna put the heart rate up. And like that Apollon with the Panda collab, that one, it's a good pre. Not gonna knock it. I'm just saying like that one just I don't know. It kind of got too annoying when like you work. You're like let's say you're doing bench and then you go do like multiple machines and every set you're like do 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 and then you stop and it your heart rate drops and I'm like it was a little too intense for me when it came to that one. I don't know. Maybe some people like that, but for me, I don't like that beating outside your chest like every single set. How about you? Like, you don't mind dealing with that effect?
Uh, if I can like once a month, that's why I only like I said, I try to take if it's real DMAA like the legit and like the old crack purple once
Yeah,
a month because I feel like if you have that thing every week, that's gonna mess you up.
yeah. Again, I feel like it's all on the person, and the reason why I say that is because, like my brother, he like for some reason he can take that kind of pre-workout with the real DMHA or DMAA and he can do it like on a weekday. and it won't affect him. Like we'll go to the gym and he'll do that, and he'll just be working and write it out, like not having to write it out, but he'll just take it on a regular day, like it's a daily pre workout. And I'm like, I just look at and he did the same thing with the first Maniaco batch, the first Maniaco, not the second one
Yeah.
that came out. And he would just take it, like he'll do like on a Monday, he'll just do like three-fourths of a scoop and we'll go work out. And I'm like, you sure you want to take that today? He's like, yeah, I can handle it. I'm like, okay. Because for me, I try to keep like DMHA or any illicit pre workouts for the weekend, or if anything, like a Friday, just because I know it's going to be a little lighter. Um, but for me, I don't know. That's how I would take it. But my brother, yeah, he's a different type of animal when it comes to these pre's. And for you, what's another DMHA pre-workout or another pre-workout that may have other stimulants like a Raya, Alpha Yo, whatever, that gets your heart rate up? Like, which one would you say that's something that you would pick up during the week that could give you a nice stimulant effect?
Well, the like not kill me. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
Maniaco V2. That
yeah,
Maniaco V2. That's definitely a pre workout you could take probably twice a week. Like with the you could take it twice. You could take it in the middle of the day, like the middle of the week, and you'll be more than fine. And then you can go to work. You'll be a little bit amped up, but like not too amped up if you get my drift.
yeah. I get you. And for that V2, did you get that like aggressive vibe when it came to it? Like when you're in the gym?
Yeah, a little bit. I will say this: that thing gave you nice pumps. Gives you nice pumps.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. And when I tried it, like the other time I did try it, I did like to stack the Maniaco pump. For some reason, they just like any Dark Labs product like would pair perfectly with the Maniaco pump for some reason, because that one is very how you say it adds like a little nootropic hit to the pre workout that kind of like helps you level it out. I don't know if you feel that effect with the Maniaco pump when you add it.
I mean, what about? Oh, I haven't. I don't have the Miniaco pump.
Oh, you never? But have you tried it or not?
No, I have. I've never had Maniaco pump. I just have the regular Maniaco pre workout.
Oh man! All right, damn. I wish I had one with me because my friend actually he wanted it, and I was like, I'm not using it at the moment because right now I'm doing like either the pump capsules or the liquid glycerol, like the liquid pump formula. So I was like, I sent it his way, but I wish I had it so I could send it your way because it is a great pump formula to stack, and it tastes good. It's not like that pimp that you told me because that thing,
That shit was nasty.
yeah, it was. it's, I'm like, just do it unflavored. Like, do like you see the blood sport I got right here. Do it like blood sport, unflavored, so you don't really taste it, and then you're good to go, right?
What's his face? Ace said straight up battery acid on the apple flavor.
Yeah, that apple flavor was really weird. Yeah, and I don't. That's something that we were talking about. It's just like I don't know when it comes to the flavors. Like I'm stacking a big ass scoop. Like please make it taste good, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Um, at least like huge supplements. Like I don't know if you can see it. Where is this? It's all the way like over here somewhere. But it's the pump serum, and that pump serum it is like a 30 something gram scoop. I think it's like 33 or 34 grams. Gives you the sickest pumps, but the flavor, at least they did it good. Like you do taste a little bit of the beetroot, but besides that, it's downable because the flavor isn't that nasty thing like that pimp that you tasted. Um, and coming back to what the question that I did ask you, when it came to like another pre workout that kind of raises or elevates the heart rate. One that I was trying out, I know it's one that's been around for a while. The Far Beyond Driven fat burning capsules. That one, When I took it, I was like, I started feeling it a little bit. I haven't even done the review on it because, this week has been a lot. But I am gonna drop the review on it. But when that thing hits, man, I was like in the for 20 minutes, like in that fight or flight mode, man, and I was just sweating bullets. Like that Alpha Yo with the Yohimbine is crazy. Have you tried that one?
The Far Beyond Driven.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that thing is great for cardio, dude. It's amazing for cardio.
yeah. I honestly fell in love with it. I'm like, it's like I have a love and hate relationship with it in the sense of it's good. The energy is long lasting, makes you sweat a lot, but when it
You get
hits, man,
you get a lot of nose do you get a lot
exactly, yeah,
of coming out of your nose?
everything, man. You pee a lot, you sweat a lot, and yeah, you get a lot of that nose run. But it's for me, I feel like after that 20 minute, uh, like like that time that it just hits, it kind of mellows out afterwards, and then you're like, okay, I can breathe. And not to be too thorough or anything, but it does take you to the bathroom, man. That's another thing. I don't know. For me, it helps clean me out. But what about you? What effects does it give you?
Definitely advanced heart rate. I wouldn't say it's too much though. I always get my snot my nose always wants to get snot out. It makes me go a little bit harder. Heart rate's upped up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not too. It's I would say it's not too over pungent. I haven't had the pre workout. The what was it?
Uh,
Far
Edge of Insanity.
Yeah, I haven't had it yet, so I can't really say compare it to that. But I've heard a lot of people like it or love it.
Yeah, I have it behind me. It's somewhere. I think. Oh no, my bad. I took it down. No, it's up here. Yeah, I have it right there next to the katana.
Oh, katana.
Yeah, that one. Ooh, you tried that katana or no?
No, I have not. I've tried Jawan.
Oh, Jawon. I don't. I haven't tried that one. I think I have it somewhere. I think it's downstairs somewhere. But the katana one, that flavor is kind of hard to down because it's like a lime flavor, man. It's kind of oof. But coming back to the Edge of Insanity, the powder one, it's very different. Like from the powder to the capsules, it's different. But what I would say is it does give you that energy that has you moving. So it's another pre-workout that you can put towards cardio or weights. But for me, I feel like it would be like um, best for like if you're gonna do like legs or maybe like do arms with that Edge of Insanity, and then finish off maybe with some cardio, just to like get that energy out. But regardless, it's been a good experience on both. And that review I do have to do. But I do want to change the subject a little bit to go into another old school pre workout. And it was the Oxy Elite Pro. Have you heard about that one?
I've never heard of it.
Okay, so that one was um like right now, I think the one that I can compare it to is something that I have up here. It's the you tried Fenta one, right? Uh
I have not yet, but
okay.
but I have it. I have it, but I've had wildfire. That's unique.
Yeah, so it's up there. So imagine having a similar effect but just in a capsule form. um, and the focus there was, and that's like an OG one. Also, it was available in the vitamin shop at one time, which is crazy, right? Because like now all you can find is like, bucked up and like light stuff.
I don't
Um,
know how they. I really don't know how they keep in business. I don't understand. GNC. I don't know how they're staying in business.
yeah, it's weird. Because for me, I honestly have only gone like in the last couple years. I've gone to like GNC and Vitamin Shop, either for a multivitamin or an energy drink. It could be like a Ghost or a Gorilla Mind or Rise, something like that. But I don't pick up proteins there because they kind of jack up the price on the protein. Same thing with the protein bars and all that. But yeah, that Oxylate Pro was there, and my friend lost a lot of weight. And the thing was that the DMHA in oh no, it was a DMAA. Sorry, it had DMAA in there, and it was like again, it was like one of those bathtub formulas. It said everything was minute, but it had a lot. And my friend would just eat like once or twice a day, and he'll be good for the whole day, and he'll be playing basketball for hours outside just with two capsules. So something was in there, but it had the real stuff, and that was something that I feel like we kind of miss here because people back then abused it, so um it wasn't worth keeping on the shelves when it came to like these stores. And then they had to tighten up with everything. um but again, it is a similar effect to like a wildfire or like a juice. um, and have you tried that? Like, when was the last time you did take the wildfire?
Uh, oh, dude, it's been a year. It's been a year. But it's like a unique. It's hard to explain when it comes to the wildfire, dude. It's been just been so long, but from what I can remember, it's like a lot of euphoria and like really focus.
Yep. And that one, I get like same. I had the same thing with you. I haven't tried it in a year. And the last time I did take it was for indoor basketball, and that thing had me so focused. I played in low top sneakers that day. Like, and I didn't twist my ankle or anything. Like, I literally was calculating all the steps like that I was taking that day. And I felt like after 2 hours, I could continue to go and go and go and go. And I was like, I felt bliss, like that bliss effect, that euphoria and all that. Excuse me. It was there. And I was like, wow, this is my favorite pre. But then after waking up the next day, my mind was kind of fried, and I was like, I don't think it's a back to back thing. Have you tried taking like, well, have you experienced the like how like your brain feeling a little fried when you take like those kind of pre workouts, or especially with wildfire? Have you experienced that?
No. When it comes to my brain feeling fried, I don't think I've ever had that feeling. I'm just trying to think. If it has been, it's been a long time. Even with even with my heart, I mean I do a lot of cardio, so my
Mhm.
heart is pretty strong. I really never had. Okay, only once. I think I've only had like a heart palpitations once, and that was on obviously crack purple or legit or whatever. but
Yeah.
but like when it comes to, because some people, there was a couple guys at the gym. They said, dude, every time I take super alpha lion or like got a fire, I got like heart palpitations, and I'm thinking to myself,
What?
they're getting heart palpitations off of daily pre workouts.
Like God of Fire is well, it can be counted as high stim, but I think to us and to most of the community, after a couple times it just doesn't do the same. I feel like you get used to it, but I don't think I count that as a like high stim daily at most. What, like, for you, that's the same effect?
Oh yeah, dude, the God of Fire was. I think it's one of the best one. I haven't had the God of Rage yet, but oh my gosh, that God of Fire, I went through a whole tub of that.
And honestly, the flavors are slamming for
Oh
those.
yeah, they're very good. They're very anything made by Centaurian is good. I had the God of Rage, not the one with DMHA, but with the Jugless Regia, and that's pretty good. Yeah, not too bad.
And yeah, I had that one, and I kind of liked the effect of that one. And the first time I did take that one, I had like what was it, the real effects of the chills in the gym. That it kind of like I had a, because it hit me hard, and I was like, oh snap, I gotta relax because that alpha yo is strong in that one. And for you, how was your experience the first time you tried that one, the God Rage?
Oh, it was good, dude. It was really a smooth ride. It wasn't too anything that blew you out of the mind. But since you're speaking about cold in the gym, dude,
Yeah.
the Ripper, man, that made me feel cold the whole day.
The whole day?
Yeah, like the whole day. It didn't help that it was the middle of winter. Yeah, I had to like I was like in the middle of I had like a ton of energy, but I was just so cold. Cold, I had to stay under the covers. So
Wow.
that'd be like a good thing to like take like if like in the middle of the hot summer or something.
You're crazy, man. You're just trying to that's a lot, but I'm thinking about it, and maybe the benefits of that would be that you kind of what is it? You sweat more, I guess, right? With
The
the
cold sweats. The cold sweats.
yeah. And tell them about cold sweats. Another pre-workout that does do that, or the fat burner, is the Chaos from Apollon. Have you tried those? The fat burner capsule.
I am not.
Okay. If anything, I'll have to separate a package and send your way because it's basically like the Molotov that they do have, which is their non-stick fat burner capsules, and it has just caffeine, and it's like very limited with the ingredient profile, but you do get those chills and the sweats, and they hit hard. And I like trust me, I would tell you just start off with the low dose first. Don't go with the highest dose because you're going to really feel it. If you well, it depends on how you want to, but for me, I would just take like one capsule, or if you want, yeah, just to try it out because two capsules is I feel like it's too much, for the first time. But again, you take legit pre and all these other supplements, so I think you'll be good. But just when it comes to the effects. Um, but do you have a pre workout that on like or a fat burner that does that similar effect like with
Oh, it's called well, it's the older version, but it's Oxymax by Performance Labs.
oh I haven't heard of that one honestly. Oh,
I don't have.
is that the one with the is that the blue label
Yeah,
with the tiger that has a tiger on it?
close to no, that's that you're thinking of the pre-workout. This is the fat burner. But
Okay.
yeah, this is it comes in a blue bottle and it's a yellow pill in it. Dude, there's if you want to sweat, I haven't had a fat burner yet that can keep up with that.
Wow. And what's the ingredient profile on that, man?
Oh man, I think there's like 2 milligrams of alpha yo, 250 milligrams of caffeine. Like, dude, there's like 30 or 40 milligrams of GBB and like some other ingredients. There might be some DMHA. It feels like a DMHA, but it's not on the label. If you get my drift,
Gotcha. So it's like there's something extra sprinkled in there. That's what you're trying
it
to say.
it could be. I mean, it feels like it. It's a really good fat burner, that's for sure.
And do you get like that intense heart rate with the sweats, the sweating and everything, or
Oh yeah, dude. That made me freaking get like really high heart rate.
um, and that reminds me of an old school fat burner that they don't make anymore. And I literally was taking it when it was available at the vitamin shop, and then when everybody like bought the stock and was selling it on eBay, just because I was like I fell in love with that one. It was called Thermo Dye, and it was like these capsules that half of it was black and the other half was yellow, and then it was weird because it came either in two colors, either red and yellow or black and yellow. But regardless, they hit hard. um, and for some reason, those batches they had like something extra because it felt like a nootropic hit, but the focus was like on the like smash AMF level. You would get this crazy tunnel vision and you would just feel good for the rest of the day. And the reason why I was taking it because the appetite suppressant that you would get for like you would not get it from anything else. You wouldn't feel hungry for like 6 to 7 hours. And you just eat like once or twice a day, um, if that. But again, it wasn't really the healthiest thing because back then we were just like trying out new things or what was recommended to us, but never they take the time of like, hey, you know what? You should just you get a scale and count your calories and do this so you can help like so you can lose weight. We're just like, hey, we're taking this supplement and we're hitting the gym. But that fat burner, coming back to it, was just something different. And that was something that I would say is a great old school one. If you can find it, pick it up. It shouldn't be too. It shouldn't be something that would be overpriced either. But I'm just saying that's something that is good. And thinking back, it doesn't have to be like something old school, but something that came out like let's say in the last year or two that you feel like would be a great fat burner for like somebody to try out that gives a great mood elevation and great fat burning properties.
Well, yeah. In the past year, I'm trying to think. Have you ever had the Big Bad Burn by uh, Wolf Nutrition or whatever they're called? Wait, what's it called? What?
Yeah, I have it over here, right there.
Nutrition Wolf. That's what it's
Yeah,
called. I think it was done by what? Like a. It's owned by like a bodybuilder. I don't know his name, but
yeah, something Wolf. Yeah, I think his last name is Wolf. But yeah, I have them. I did a review on them a while back. I haven't even circled back to them. But they're the gold capsules, right? The gold capsules.
yeah, it works good.
Yeah, surprisingly for 200 milligrams of caffeine, I was like, yo, that's kind of good.
It really, yeah, it makes you sweat, and it really I got the focus. Dude, this Focus Fuel was like sold out. Great flavor, great candy.
You know what's funny? I literally have it over here. Same tub, man. Look,
Yeah, the grape candy.
hey, man, great minds think alike, especially when it comes to these supplements, man. And that one, I will be dropping a review on that one just because I was like, I had to get the powder to know the difference with the Big Bat Burn, which is the capsules, just so I, I feel like I can give an honest review. Excuse me, because I've been drinking this like little energy drink right here, a little pick me up because I was tired from earlier. Uh, and how about talking about that? Do you take like something like an energy drink, or you just stick to your pre workouts and that's what you're running with that?
I usually just have my pre-workouts once a day, like in the morning, and I don't have any other caffeinated products any time of the day.
Not even a cup of coffee or anything like that.
No, no. Occasionally, I'll have like a cup of coffee, like if I have my days on my day off, obviously. But other than that, I don't usually take caffeine because I think that if I just take it once a day, I'll be fine in the long run. But when you start taking that stuff multiple times a day, that's when it starts to wreck your adrenal glands, I think. And you're not only that, but your tolerance builds up quick.
Yeah. So then you're saying for you, you don't feel the pre as hard if you were to drink like another like a cup of coffee in the day and then take a pre workout the following day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Uh, Today I didn't take any pre workouts, but because I didn't go to the gym today because we had like we have the family here, but downstairs. So I was just like, hey, it's already a little bit later, and I just took that one. Um, but have you tried any like energy drinks that you would say, hey, I recommend this one?
Um, I've never been too big on energy drinks, to be honest with you. But if I had to say something, the old C4. Okay, so when I had these, I don't think they make them anymore. But the old C4 like plastic bottle with the beta alanine, that had to be some of the best beta alanine I've ever had out of any of those. I don't know if you're talking like it's not carbonated. It's just a clear liquid.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. So it's like how Redline did it,
Yeah,
like that style. Yeah, I
it
remember
tasted
having
so
those.
good.
Yeah, for me, I like the strawberry one, the strawberry flavor. That one, that OGC4 was good for the strawberry, like for that kind of drink. Also, but coming back to the energy drinks, you don't like anything carbonated, right?
No, I don't mind it carbonated, but I prefer it not carbonated. That's probably why I switched to Praise.
Oh, because the bloating effect, or what was the
Just
main reason?
Mostly the flavor.
Gotcha. Um, and let's say when you talk about pre workouts like that, have you like you tried Redline before, right?
Ooh, I don't even. They came. What did they came out like 2016, 2015 or something?
Redline, no, I think it was around a little earlier. I think it had to be around like 2010, around there, 2011, something
Oh,
like
I don't even. I don't think. So. If I did, I
that.
might have had something similar at GNC, but I didn't know
Yeah,
anything about. I didn't know anything about caffeine back then. I didn't. Yeah.
yeah, and the funny thing was like, because that was like, I remember it so vividly, just because that was like when I was getting back to, well, first really the first real time I was hitting the gym a lot, because I was doing like um 2 hours in the morning and then like an hour in the afternoon, just because, well, hour and a half, just because I was like, um at that time I wasn't really working, I was more in school, so I was doing like 2 hours of cardio in the morning, and then I'll hit the weights in the afternoon, which I know that is not good, but because it messes with the effects. But at that, when you're younger, you got like more energy, and
Yeah.
that's what I really needed was like the red line, and it came in like in little meters, like it had like a little meter that you could split, so it was like this much, like a warning or whatever, and I would just split a red line, like half and half when I would work out in the morning, and then the other half for the night. But again, I did try the C4, and coming back to that strawberry flavor was my favorite one. And have you tried any other ones that were like old school brands that continue to stay in the supplement game at the moment?
Um. Well, actually, now that you mention it, well, I haven't tried it in a long time, but this was, I think it's one of my first ever actual real pre workouts. It was Total War by Redcon One.
Total. All right, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a, I think that was an intermediate because it has three. It starts out with 300 milligrams of caffeine. The betas, that was really good for the betas. That had to be one of the better ones. But like, and the flavor was good. Uh, Yeah, we didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about pre workouts back then. I just said, "Is this good?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay."
And so what was your experience on it like when it came to the the gym aspect of it? Because you said the betas were pretty strong, but like, did you get an nootropic buzz? Did you feel the caffeine every time you took it? What was the effects that you felt working out?
It was just more of a caffeine, like energy wise. Like I said, it's been so long. It's been like 2, 3 years since I took it, so I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and plus, I probably wasn't. I probably was eating before I went to the gym because, yeah, because we don't, you don't know much when you're first starting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
And
it was overall, it's definitely a good beginner pre. Yeah, it's definitely good for a beginner. It's most definitely better than that bucked up crap I had. Oh man, that stuff was. I don't know that I have the bucked up black. I guess it like has like 200, 300 milligrams of caffeine. It's so underdosed though. I haven't had it in a while either, so it really is. It really is underdosed.
yeah, I hear you. I can't speak like with the whole line of bucked up supplements, because the one that I reviewed recently and that I personally tried was the Woke AF one by them, and that one, it seemed to be balanced. It wasn't really
That was
unlimited.
balanced.
I would say it had good pumps, but not amazing pumps that I would say like, hey, this is the main like focus of this pre. For me, I feel like you get more of the energy when it comes to the caffeine, and you do get a nice nootropic hit. But besides that, it doesn't give you anything else. But for the price, you can't really ask a lot for it. I think it's like $30 or something in Walmart
Yeah, you
for
can't
30
really hack it.
servings. So, and it's a little scoop, and the flavor is on point. That's what I would say. Betas again are up there, like you said. For some reason, I guess they focus a lot on the beta to give them that sense of urgency for the mass-produced products. Um, and the second thing I would say about Bucked Up when it comes to like their carbonated version, because they have like the energy drink, they have actual betas in that, and you can actually feel them, man. I and that was a mistake that I took because I was on a long drive and I had to go to Americus, Georgia, from where I'm living. And it's like a 5 hour drive, and I took it, and I'm driving, and like 20 minutes in, I feel this beta, and I'm like, "What?" And I look at the can, and I'm like, "Oh snap! It has beta." And I was just looking for something to give me energy and focus, but it kind of gave me a little bit more, uh, more than I bargained for. But that's like what I would say with the Bucked Up brand, my experience with that. And Total War, I feel like it's a good brand as well. And talking about like these brands that you can find anywhere, um, and it's an old school brand as well. What do you think about the Gorilla mode? I know there's the OG one, and then like there's a new batch. Uh,
I've I've never had them.
None of them, none of the Gorilla
I've
mode.
had the energy drink, which is really good, but I've never had like Gorilla Mode by itself.
Gotcha.
Anything at GNC you can buy, I'm staying away from it.
You're like, it has to be either, from the companies or like from Neutral Cartel or I know
Oh,
Subblocker is a new one, right? That's on the scene.
I don't know, but yeah, there's a new one. I think it's called Lightning, but I've heard mixed reviews about that one. I've heard very mixed. It seemed like everyone on the forum, but I have a story to tell you. And
Go right ahead.
okay, so this happened around 2018, 2019. Now, I don't know them personally, but I know a friend that knew them. And so you know how they say like, if you're one scoop of like El Jefe or Gorilla or like
Yeah,
or your crack barbarian, if you can't feel it, you probably should take a month off of caffeine, right? Just to get your adrenal glands a break.
yeah,
No, well, these people, and this is a true story. This this kid was taking, I don't know what he was taking, 2018, 2019. He was taking 2 to 3 scoops of pre-workout a day for his pre-workout, and he actually took so much daily that he had to get a heart transplant.
Are you serious?
I wish it was real, but it's a real story. I don't know but this. Yeah, apparently he needed a heart transplant because he messed up his. He was probably drinking too, and who knows? He was probably drinking as well. Because,
Yeah,
but like, I mean, yeah, no, he needed a heart transplant at like 19, 20 years old because he took too much pre workout.
but 3 scoops. That's like at least like 600 or 700 milligrams of caffeine.
No, that's probably like a whole gram of caffeine.
Yeah, that's true. And then the betas, like he oversaturated with betas and with depending if it had citrulline or whatever. But like because most basic pre's have those three things in it. Like when it comes to like the ingredient profile, like caffeine, citrulline for the pumps, and then the beta for the sense of urgency. So I'm like, that's a lot, regardless. I couldn't imagine doing that much and
I
then
wouldn't want to do it.
surviving the rest of the day, like moving around. Like, imagine like what kind of person you would be, right? Like, he has to be aggressive, right?
I mean, well, think about that. He needed a heart transplant. So what does that say?
I, I'm saying, well, he better have been one of those people who ran the marathon, because I'm like, if you're gonna take that much pre, you better have some accolades with that, right? Like, for you to have that heart transplant. And what about like so? Because I'm thinking you have to be like have at least his physique or something had a match. Like, did they put a picture up of how he looked or no?
I don't even know what he looked like. So I don't even. I think if I remember correctly, he just looked like the average guy. Like maybe he had maybe some muscle, but like I can't. I don't really remember. It's been so long. But like for having, you think for having that much caffeine, you'd be pumped up like I don't know, Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman or something.
Honestly, yeah, because that's the stack that they were doing, right? Like at that peak of their at their like level of performing, like when it came to like performance in the gym. Uh, but yeah, I'm just comparing because I'm like, you see those guys, they're super jacked, and if he was so skinny, I'm like, you don't need all that. I'm like,
Yeah. They think they need it, but they don't.
exactly, man. And talking about that, I'm like now thinking about like what because I know there's like especially on social media, like they're pushing, well, not pushing, but it's been promoting a lot of like when it comes to like peptides, and like I've seen like BPC 157.
Oh, I use that. That was
uh,
good.
but you use the ointment, if I'm correct, not
The
the.
lotion, yeah.
So what's your experience when it comes to that? Because I
Oh,
know.
it worked. It worked. It really did work. It healed months of pain within a couple weeks.
So for you, when it comes to you using it, the ointment, like where would you place it at? Like would you place it over, let's say if you have a shoulder injury, would you put it right on top of the shoulder? Is it around? Like how would you get the best benefits of it?
Well, it's well. First of all, it's meant for tendons and ligaments, but I could imagine you could probably put it on some muscle and probably help out with a shoulder injury. But
Got
that's what I used it for. I used it for my tendons because I ran a lot and I injured it on concrete. So it works. It works for real. At least the lotion, but you got to be careful because a lot of you don't know what you're getting with a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
such a it's because it's not regulated, especially some of these peptides that you don't even know what like. They're so new, you don't know what they do. And I felt like BPC and S&P 500. I felt like okay, there's not too many bad side effects, and in the long term from what other and I go to a gym where there's a bunch of guys who's done BPC and steroid like some stuff. So they give me they had no side effects, none, zero.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, like so basically you gotta trust the person like who's giving you the link, or or the where to get it from.
Well, yeah, Jim Dad did it, and he said it worked. And I'm like, and I didn't want to inject needles into there. I'm like, let
Yeah.
me, yeah. So I tried. Let me give it to lotion. It might be less potent than the injection, obviously, but
Mhm.
it's still way better. It's probably still way better than the orals, which I heard only absorbs like less than like 20% or something of it.
Wow. And that's crazy because I heard like a lot of people like, hey, the oral one is better because you don't gotta do any needle or whatever. But I'm thinking like it has to be, you have to waste more money because it's less potent when you ingest it instead of like an ointment or the actual injection.
Needle. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So, and talking about that, have you tried anything else, or have you looked that up and potentially in the future will be trying something different, like to help you, either burn fat or like something to help you with the fitness journey?
The only other thing I'm using is Clen, but I use it as a clenbuterol.
I've heard of it, but if I'm correct, the effects are more for fat burning than
That's
anything.
what it is for. You can definitely use it as a pre-workout. Like when I'm using that stuff, I don't take any pre-workout.
So, like, tell like, what's your experience with that one?
Well, let me check. So this thing hits you. Well, it's first of all, clenbuterol was an asthma medication, but and it works well when it comes. I felt my lungs really breathe up, but when it came, because you only need 20. Let me say this: you need to start only at 20 micrograms. That's 20 micrograms, not milligrams, micrograms.
Wow.
So with this stuff, after about an hour, your heart, like let's just say when you take like a very very high stim pre workout, for like the next couple hours, your heart rate's like elevated by like let's just do 20 to 30, right?
Yeah.
So with Clen, it's like the whole day. It's like that the whole day. So you just be walking. Like imagine your walking heart rate is anywhere between 80 to 90, right? Your walking heart rate, but with that stuff is going to be 30 to 40 heart rate beat per minute more. So it's going to be anywhere between 120 to 140.
So you're basically your heart rate is up, so you're burning more fat throughout the day.
Yes. Yeah, you're burning more calories. Your resting heart rate is higher, and it's an amazing it's amazing fat burner. But you got to be extremely careful with that because if you take too much, that could kill you. Obviously.
Wow. Yeah, but it's what that's like a side effect. But when it comes to that, um, and for you, like you, is it like something is still being researched, or is it off market, or like what?
Well, no, it's banned by water, so you're technically you're not, just like with BPC 157. You're technically not natural if you take those two, but like I mean, you're really not. I can, which you can kind of understand because it is kind of an unfair advantage when it comes to like recovery and like burning fat and like running farther. But like at the same time, who 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 cares? Like it's not like steroids or like SARMs. It's a whole different ballgame when it comes to those two. They're just to help you heal faster.
Gotcha. And when it comes to the clenbuterol, like what are the pros and the cons when it comes to it? Like when have you that since you've been taking it for a while?
Well, the pros are definitely your breathing is definitely better. I feel like you can run farther because it isn't an asthma medication. The
Gotcha.
only the only issue with it is, like I said, the heart rate. Because if you take a little bit too much, say if you take an extra point, like say if you take 20, like 20 micrograms, and you accidentally take 60 or something. Oh, and you're not used to it. You might be a little bit scared for a little bit, but but really, as long as you don't take it too often, like say for example, like you take it 1 month and then you stop, you're probably going to be fine. And then you just wait till next year when you want to diet down for summer or whatever. That's what a lot of bodybuilders used to do back in the day. That's what they did when they wanted to lean down for a competition.
Gotcha. And so what like throughout the you're gonna take you took it for a month and then you're like okay you're gonna shelf it. That's where.
Yeah, basically. Well, my coach wanted me to take it every single day for like about a month. But I want, I'm like you. I don't want to give it my pre-workouts. And you can't just combine. And first of all, when I took this Clen, I didn't combine any caffeine because that's just stupid. My heart rate's at 130 just from walking without any caffeine. Could you imagine how much higher it would have been if I combined pre-workout on top of that?
Yeah, that's too much, and that's another thing. Is like when it comes to these like I feel like these extra supplements or like these supplements that are outside of the normal realm. Um, I feel like if I have to give up taking a pre, I'm like I wouldn't do it just because one I have a lot of pre's, but I don't mind shelving them if I'm looking for a good benefit, but at the same time I'm like it's kind of just I don't know it's part of me already like just to have a a pre workout while I'm having, while I'm getting ready to go to the gym. It's part of my regimen. You get me? So for me, it's like I rather take something that's a little bit more that I'm used to than something that's a little bit out of it and I'm gonna be feeling it all day. Because with a pre workout, you get amped up, you get all the effects, but then it kind of just goes away. And something that's gonna last the whole day. I know there's benefits from it, but at the same time, like um, I don't want to because I'm very sensitive when it comes to caffeine or stimulants. So I imagine myself at that level, like I potentially won't get a great night's sleep. And talk about sleep. Have you experienced any negative side effects when it comes to sleep?
Oh gosh. Oh yeah. That's another reason I didn't like taking it. So when it came to Clen, it's almost exactly like Excelsior. Like you can't you need a sleep aid to fall asleep.
Damn, that's next level, man. That's something. Yeah, and again, I feel like that's part of the dedication portion of of yourself because it's like, are you going to go to that level of dedication that you're going to go take a specific supplement that you'll write out these side effects to get uh, to that peak performance level, um, and I feel like that's why like I don't really judge anybody when it comes to taking something outside of the norm.
As
Uh,
long as they're honest.
yeah, that's another thing too. But not but for me, it's like you also got to draw the line in the sense of like I know what you're taking, so you cannot tell me or like look down on somebody, that's not taking those. Because I would say somebody who looks down on somebody else, that's kind of like you're being a bully when it comes to it because imagine if somebody's taking all these like imagine they're stacking like Klein with what's the other one? Testophantine or something, something that's gonna help them build muscle and
Yeah.
burn fat. While somebody who's just regularly dieting and taking a pre workout, like you can't put yourself to that level or do a competition. But again, I don't look at a negative way. I just like okay, that's you, but just don't come into this space and like, hey, you got to do this and this and this. But I know you're kind of taking some extra supplements.
Don't be
That's
a fake natty. Don't be a fake natty.
exactly, yeah. Thank you for cutting it short because I was trying to look for that perfect word, but it's kind of hard. Um, but you nailed it. Don't try to don't come out as a perfect daddy, right?
Yeah, I really don't, and I don't. Well, I get it because it's technically illegal, but like any, let's be honest, bro. Anybody with eyes can tell that some of these people are just taking ridiculous amount of stuff. Like, let me tell you this. Like, I'm sure you go on Instagram and like it's like 18, 19, 20, 20-year old kids are like, shit, they're bigger than me, and I'm like, the fuck are they taking?
It's true, and that's the crazy thing is like you got 18-year-olds with like 26-inch arms. Like that's not what's going on. I'm like you could eat a whole cow and you're not gonna get that kind of like I know I'm exaggerating, but my point is you can't get that jack by yourself. Like it takes
Without
years.
over a decade of it, you have to have over a decade. You have to have over a decade in the gym.
Exactly. So it's like, why don't cut? And then you know what bothers me the most is like when they do that before and after picture, and like you're supposed to believe it. No, man, that's like nah, I can't. Right? What about you?
Yeah, like, what's that kid? I don't know if you watched that has. I don't know if you ever watched that Hazam, like that guy on Greg Doucette, where he says, "Yeah, he's natural. He gave me the blood work and everything. Like he looks he totally didn't go from skinny fat to like just like six pack chiseled abs in 3 years. No, he totally did it.
Come on,
Come
and like
on, bro.
you
Just like
know,
it's just like Alex Eubank. Like, dude, come on. We all know he wasn't natural when he started. Anybody with eyes can tell.
and that's another thing is like they're like, let me just jump, let me get a head start now, and then I'll be natural later. But I'm like, it doesn't work like that because once you dip your toe into that realm, you can never say fully like, "Hey, you're 100%,"
Yeah.
because it's like perfect example. Like, let's say I started jumping on something. Like, let's say if I'm starting to do clean and everybody's like, "Hey, you got great results," da, 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 da," and I'm like, and I'm staying shut. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just sticking to my diet and this and that," and they're like, "No, you're doing something else." Like, you get me? Because it's like the effects. I rather just be transparent when it comes to it. Um, but I will say since I we had the same coach with Doug, I this was the month that I stopped being like stopped you going with Doug. I don't know if he told you.
Yeah,
Uh,
he told me. He said, yeah, he told me.
yeah, like it was like because he gave me the workout plan, the different forms of how to do a diet, the regular one that he gives us, and then the other one, the fast. And what you were gonna say?
Oh
You're
no,
laughing.
nothing. I'm just I'm just thinking of Greg Doucette. That's all. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, yeah, and like I said, like I didn't have nothing against him or anything. It was just um, I got the information, and I don't know if he said it with you, but he was like, hey, you know, you can stop whenever you want. This is just more of like a something for you to. How is it? I forgot the way that he worded it. It was for you to stay on track with everything. Um, but how do you feel when it comes to coaching? Doesn't have to be with the person with Doug. What with coaching in general? How you feel about
I think you definitely need. Oh wow. I think you
it?
definitely need. I think you definitely need the right mentor, especially if you're spending your hard-earned money. Like, like, well, look at Doug. He has like over 30 plus years of experience, so he knows what he's definitely talking about. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw the pictures, but yeah, what y'all doing?
Yeah,
We're
it's in the
talking. Oh,
title, man. It's in the title.
yeah, we're talk. Well, right now we're talking about our coach and how good he was and how he helped us out a lot. He helped us. He did help me out. I lost. I mean, like, well, I lost over almost. Yeah, I lost almost 40 pounds with him so far. 6 months.
That's great, Gino. Like, and I will say, like, I highly recommend him. He's very strict, but he's straightforward when it comes to what your goals are. And with him, what was it? By the 6 week mark, I was, I think in total, 6 or 7 week mark. I can't pinpoint it because it was like right in between. I had already lost like 10 pounds, and like I lost that last bit of it on that diet that he gave that that he told us to that he found that remember he was like tweaking with it at first
The
uh
sugar diet. Yeah.
yeah, and then he kind of like perfected it, and for me like I went on a week and a half taking it. You're laughing at what?
Oh, nothing. I'm just laughing. It's Greg Doucette.
Wait, what was that? Where you saw like a reel or something, or
No, he just has a funny voice. That's all.
wait, oh, you were just remembering of how his voice sounds.
Yeah, yeah. It's a funny voice. Yeah, it's totally not natural, man.
Gotcha. I hear you. Yeah, but like I was saying, man, he is a great coach, and with him, yeah, you will meet your goals 100%. And for me, I love that fast. But it's kind of hard to do. Keeping it 100 with you, like I did it for I think it was like a week and change, a couple days, and I started feeling like really weak, like in the sense of like how when you have that blood sugar when it drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, I had to rush to get another shake in, or something with sugar to just pick you up. Um, but then with the other, adding a little bit of protein at the end of the day, kind of like helped it out. So that was the great. That was like the balance that I saw, the best thing in it, and I feel like it's great to do to lean out honestly, uh, at a natural level. So if anybody's trying to look for that, like our coach, you can see the proof with us that Gino lost 40 pounds. I lost 10 in like 6 weeks, and good, feeling amazing, and not feeling like I needed additional food. And that's another thing that he helped me out with making a diet. So Coach Doug, or it's PA Pro Fitness. He's on Instagram, and you can find him there. I just want to plug that in there because he is such a great coach. Um, and I felt bad for what happened recently, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's a tough thing. The loss. With I think it was his dad that happened about like 3 weeks ago or something. And I told him, just take your time. Like I'm good right now with doing the diet and stuff. Um, and how about you? How has your journey been so far with Doug, and you advancing, like in the sense of learning how your body reacts, and the dieting and all that.
Oh, it's been great. Of course, we always have a cheat day every once in a while. Oh, yeah, but no, yeah. But, well, you really taught me, like, a lot of the stuff I used to crave, like I don't really crave it at all anymore. Like, in fact, I think it kind of like a lot of fast food tastes like horrible now. Like
Yeah.
it really is not even good. Like when you have steak every day, it's like, man, why do I want to go back to that crap? Like with the fried chicken, like
Ooh.
I do crave Little Caesar's crazy bread. That's always one of the best. But I haven't had it in like 6 months.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And I think that's Doug's kryptonite, the pizza, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I remember for his birthday, he was like, "I don't give a f. Like today, I'm slamming down some pizza." And I started dying because I'm like, I get it, and I think he has his birthday as his big cheat day or something. So I'm always happy to see that, like in the sense of somebody who's showing you the correct way, but then at the same time you can treat yourself because that's what I feel like you kind of do with the cheat day because it's like you're rewarding yourself um, for the hard work you've been putting in. And for you, what are your cheat days? Like, how do you balance out your cheat days?
Well, it really depends. Like sometimes I'll have like just a little bit of something like ice cream or maybe a piece of cake sometimes. But really other than that, if my mom makes something, I might have a little bit of that. But usually if I'm working on the weekdays, I just usually eat the same thing every single day.
And what do you eat every single day?
Like beef heart, rice, an egg, stuff like that.
Beef heart? Like, what do you mean beef heart? Like the
Beef. It's just what I said. Beef heart, like the heart of a cow.
wow. And how does that taste? Like I've never eaten
It
that pork.
tastes well. It kind of smells like nothing. It tastes like it just has a little bit of beef flavoring, because technically the heart is a muscle, right? It's
Yeah,
because it. So I'm like, yeah. So it's like, how do I? It's like it's kind of a little bit. It's like a steak, but it's kind of rubbery and it's got a unique texture to it. Well, it's not unique, yeah, like it's just a little rubbery. It's just like, but it actually has almost double. It has like triple the nutrients compared to a regular steak. So you're getting 3 times the amount of nutrients compared to a steak. You know what I mean? Because it's
yeah.
yeah, makes sense. So yeah, but
Um,
that and also another thing is it's the cheapest. It's only $6.75 a pound compared to steaks, which is anywhere between $9 to $12 a pound. And it's lean. It's the leanest part. Besides the sirloin, it's the leanest cut.
So like when it comes to I want to talk about the flavor a little bit. Is it like the beef liver, or is it like the texture is like that, or is it more
It's kind of
chewy?
like beef. It's kind of like beef tongue, kind of.
Ooh, now I got it perfect. Yeah. So it's kind of a little at the beginning it's unsettling in the sense because you're not used to it, but then after you get used to it, you're like, hey, I'm getting triple the effect. I mean, triple the nutrients, and then uh, protein wise, like, what's the protein on that? Like, do you rate it?
For 6 ounces, you're getting almost 40 grams of protein for 6 ounces.
Wow. So then, for the so with that, and then what you eat with your food, like what you eat with the heart?
Just rice and dude, you ever had Bachman's Japanese barbecue sauce? That stuff is so good.
Not Bachman's. I've been like they put me on to the G Hughes sauce that's like sugar free. Like I like the sweet chili one, and they have a whole bunch, but that's like one of my favorites. Low calories. I think it's like 10 calories a serving or something, and it's like 2 teaspoons. But I'll try that. I'll look for that barbecue sauce. And where do you find that one? Is it at, like in
Oh, you can, dude. You can get at You can get at Walmart, Target. You can get it online. It's a little bit expensive for a sauce. It's like $8, but it's worth it. I also like the Baldock. Do you know? You ever heard of the hottest that hot ramen from Korea with the chicken on it?
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, they used to be you only would able to get the sauce, and the sauce was amazing. It used to be where you would have to buy the whole pack of ramen just to get like the little sauce packet.
Yeah.
But now they make three different flavors. Now they just have like a hot sauce bottle. And dude, in the past probably 2 3 years, I went through probably, I'm not shitting you, probably 10 to 12 bottles.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I go through one bottle every 2 to 3 months.
But how big is the bottle?
Um, Let me just oh, actually, it's perfect. It's a bit taller than this, but it's about the same size.
And what's the serving size on it? Like a tablespoon or
Teaspoon, it said I think teaspoon is like 6 grams. So I think there's like 300 servings in there.
wow. So it's not that expensive compared to the
No,
serving size.
it's $6.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
this,
Hey
Euphoria.
man, I noticed you're like smelling all your pre's and your capsules. What was that like? Is something you it's like a force of habit that you do?
Oh yeah, well I like the smell of them sometimes. You ever had you know I have two of these and I never used them. You ever had Euphoria?
Nah, I haven't, man. I haven't.
Yeah, I wonder
Uh,
how they are because
Maybe
I've
we could
never.
do like a little trade. I have a couple of things here. I can send your way, and then you could try them out and stuff.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, apparently they're not allowed to sell these anymore. The
Why?
FDA.
What happened?
I don't know. The FDA said you can't sell them anymore. I guess you can't sell the capsules, dude. I got two. I got like two different because you remember when the kill switch hype was pretty big,
Yeah.
and I bought two of them. I bought two different flavors. This is the bloody rainbow. Bro, I haven't had this one yet. I have the. I was lucky. I got the one that High Stem Ace reviewed, and I told you that stuff was that's like a stacker, but like a full scoop is too much. You get too much dry mouth. But like if you put a half a scoop, it's like perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, the FDA, yeah, they're getting on certain supplements, man. They won't let us have any fun in the gym. They want us to be plain Jane, being like these little regular smuggler people, right? That's the thing, right? Gino is like you want those illicit pre-workouts on the market 24/7, right?
Oh yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame they banned. It's a shame they banned the. It's a shame they got Dark Labs, dude. I heard he got arrested. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, he hasn't been out yet, man, and I feel like the company is suffering a little bit just because we don't know who's behind the wheel. Um,
Probably his wife or partner. Who knows?
and for me, like I had to say, it, like the crack gold, the new version wasn't as good.
Garbage. I've heard it was garbage.
Yeah, the purple tub was surprisingly all right. It wasn't as the original again because they're using a different manufacturer. I think is like somebody in the U.S. Um, and for me, it's kind of like, I hope it doesn't like affect them too much. But you know how it is when it comes to a established company, and then out of nowhere, boom, you can't get that same product. So it's like, what's gonna happen later on? And for me, I would say just stick to the OG thing, like the OG supplements, like in the sense of their old stuff, if you can grab them when it comes to it. But again, not knocking them is just it's just a different effect when it comes to it. And
Oh yeah.
again, yeah, the FDA did crack down on them. But I did want to circle back to what you were saying when it comes to like more bang for your buck when it comes to that beef heart, because 40 grams is amazing for that amount.
Oh
and
yeah.
and I'm like, that's a great source of protein. And then imagine you eat two of those a day. Like you're getting up there for your protein intake. And surprisingly, that's one thing I'm gonna probably try out because of the protein, honestly, and it's cheap. So, and
Well,
what other supplements do you take, or like foods that you found that are cheap and have high protein and have great nutritional value?
um, but, hold on a second. I got my phone's starting to die. I need to charge this.
Oh yeah, I'm getting 12% right now, but if I unplug it, then I might not use the mic. I can't use the mic. Let me see if it will charge with the mic connected. I don't know. Hopefully. Shoot. Yeah, I don't think I can.
Uh, well, let's her. Well, so when it comes, well, dude, well, and since you mentioned that, I actually, we pre-ordered a half a cow from my local butcher.
Oh, that's awesome, man. My cousins do that all the time. They do the grass-fed cow, and they split it with everybody. So how do you do it with your family?
Well, we just cleaned out a freezer, so me and my mom and my dad are gonna have that. So, uh, they said it's the average weight is 300 to 400 pounds, or was it 400 to 600? And it doesn't matter. But like you know,
That's a lot. That's a lot of protein, man.
yeah, but no, dude, that stuff will last me probably like 3 or 4 months
Oof.
because I go through a lot of meat, and that's all I eat. That's all I eat, man. Is just is my local beef.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, and I'll tell you this: it's not bad if you buy a half a cow. It's like 5.50 a pound compared to like like $12 for steaks, and you're getting everything. You're getting fillets. You're getting sirloins. You're getting ribeyes. You're getting everything.
Wow. Yeah, I believe you. And honestly, I had one of those steaks when I visited my family the last time I went to PA, and because they live in Allentown, so it's like right at the beginning of Pennsylvania. Oh, you got your cat there, man.
Yeah.
Uh, so over there, yeah, I tasted that steak, and that steak is awesome. There's nothing like that type of cut or anything like from a freshly like from a fresh cow, like when you get it from your local butcher. Um, oh come on, Irish. He's like, I just ordered McDonald's. Laugh out loud. Come on, man. How you order McDonald's? You go and pick it up yourself, man. Go to the drive-through, right? Like, come on, stop being lazy. I know it's the July 4th weekend, but come on, right? What do you think, Gino, about McDonald's? Like, Gino, what are you thinking about McDonald's? Like when it comes to that kind of food?
Yeah, well, I used to live off that, so I know what it's like. I preferred Burger King though, but then they got rid of their coupons, and then I stopped getting them. Dude, I used to be able to eat a single, a double, and a triple Whopper all at once, and I used to say, "Give me as much mayonnaise as you can put on it."
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's insane. Hold up, let me. I'm gonna charge my phone. Is the if I do you hear me a little different?
No, I can't. You sound the same.
Okay, perfect. Because I just unplugged the mic thing, so let me just turn the mic off. Maybe because sometimes you get like a little echo without the mic. Because I had people tell me, like, "Hey, Harry, I watched your review, but I heard like an echo, or it's too low, or whatever."
Oh
So,
no, you're good, bro.
all right, perfect. So, like you were saying, you stopped getting Burger King because of the lack of, because they took away the coupons, basically.
Well, yeah, and plus, I didn't think that if you want to lose weight, I think fast food is the worst way to do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. I feel like, and it comes back to like what you were saying. Once you start eating cleaner, and it doesn't have to be like, hey, you're eating like all this like grass fed here or all that. Not you just start cooking your own food. You kind of just
Get used to it.
yeah, and then like you don't notice how much you get used to all that saturated fat and all that grease and all that, and then like it's like what you were saying when you go out and eat, like it could be whatever fast food. Like for me, if I eat like Popeyes, like it'll be good at the moment, but then like I taste that grease and it just kind of gives me like this unsettling, like ugh, like I don't want it. Like my body just rejects it just because of how nasty it is. So like whenever it does come to a cheat meal, like I can't even like for right now, like the last time I had Domino's, it wasn't hitting. It wasn't tasting as good. So it has to be something local. You get me? Like it has to for me to actually enjoy a pizza, which is kind of different and a little weird, but I get it. For you, do you get that kind of effect?
Well, oh yeah, just like you feel like it's so greasy. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of that stuff is greasy. But hold on one second, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
All right, no problem. So, Irish, if you are still with us, man, what did you get for your order? I'm curious now because it has to be a big order if you're gonna order it to your house from McDonald's, man. So just type it up in there if you are still here, Irish. That a Black Bolt. All right. Okay, I guess he left. But regardless, guys, Gino did take a little break. Hopefully, he will come back in a little bit. But regardless, you know, this was a great time to just chat it up with Gino. He does his own reviews, um, just like myself. I think he does an animated inspired thumbnail, which is kind of cool as well. He always throws something in there to just change it up for the thumbnail when he does reviews for his pre workouts. Oh wow, you got two Big Macs, one large fries, and two apple pie. Wow, that's a big order, man. Is that no offense, man, but is that for yourself or is it for another person, like you and somebody else? Um, and is wow, okay, Irish, gotcha. Um, so yeah, that's a big order, man. And are you first time coming onto the this channel and this live stream? All right. Don't worry, man. Take your time when it comes to responding.
I'm
Oh,
back.
all right. I guess you're pretty hungry, man. And also, do you work out, Irish? Yeah, look at Irish's order, man.
I got two Big Macs, large fry. Oh my gosh, is that all for you?
Yeah, he said just for himself.
That's a big. That's a big. That's a big. That's a big combo, bro. I can't believe you got. That's all. That's what I used to get. He probably got the buy one get one free Big Mac or something. Who
Yeah,
knows?
and that's another thing is like you get so intrigued with all these discounts that it's kind of crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I feel like we just spiraled down the rabbit hole with the fast food, man.
Oh yeah.
There's
Well, actually, I will tell you this. My phone is getting low, and it's almost 10 o'clock, dude. It's hard to believe we've been at this for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I get yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like we could do like the cutoff point at 10, because I know you probably got some other stuff to do.
Hmm. This is
Uh
my third stream. The second one, I was at work and I couldn't communicate. Oh, that's a shame, man.
oh yeah, my bad, Iris. It's just, it's been a while since the last one. So Iris, uh I apologize if I forgot, man. But regardless, what is your do you work out or because I'm trying to find out like what is the because I'm like, if you have that much of an appetite, like, have to be doing a lot throughout the day. Well, let's continue on until we get the next comment. Uh, so for you, is there anything new that you've seen on the market when it comes to supplements that you are potentially going to try out? and maybe do a review on it because I know it's hard to do reviews at the
Uh,
moment.
um, at the moment, not. Well, I did get the new Judgment Day by. Did you try the new? Oh my gosh, Harry, you'd love the new
No,
Judgment Day.
no.
That's a stem pre for sure.
Honestly, I haven't bought anything new. Just because of that big Apollon order that I did with the proteins and stuff. They're like, yeah, bro, I didn't eat anything today, and I hit the gym most, most. Okay, gotcha, perfectly understood, man. I know people have long days, and they just, they just choose to eat a lot on the a big on the other meal. And talking about that, I did have a friend that did that kind of fast. They did like a 12-hour fast that they ate only once every 12 hours. Have you heard of that fast or no, Gino?
Oh yeah, I used to do it, bro.
That one for real?
Well, I didn't eat for. There was one time I didn't eat for 26 days.
What? And
Yeah.
how you survived? Like you gotta tell me the story now. Like
Well,
for the
I
last
used
couple,
the body fat. I used to rely. You just didn't eat for 26 days. You rely completely on your body fat for to survive.
but like, did you drink water? Was
Yeah,
it?
of course, of course. I drank
And
a crap ton of water and salt.
wow. And you were just running good, and no caffeine at all, nothing for energy.
I don't think so. I might have had a coffee, but other than that, no, not really. That probably what stunted my maximum height, though.
You say it stunted your height?
I think so because I was 17 when I first did it.
Well, yeah, you do grow until you're 21, man. And I still like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a short guy, man, because when you said, hey, when you took that picture, when you did the little clip on the in the room, yeah. So for me, I think we're about the same. For us, we're about the same height. Or
I'm 5'10".
oh, gotcha. So yeah, you're taller than me. Because I'm 5'7". So yeah, my brother is 5'11". So you're right up to his height. Damn. So you're kind of tall, man. You're not so far away from 6 feet, man.
I know. I probably would have been 6 foot if I ate normally.
Maybe just stretch more. I
Maybe.
feel like it's a little stiff. Any other topic you want to talk about, man?
Good night. Good night, Iris. Enjoy your McDonald's.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
hope you got something to drink because that's a lot of stuff to down if you're not downing with anything to drink. Uh,
well,
Anything you want to talk about for the next couple minutes, Gino? Because I think 10 will be a perfect time to end the stream.
well, I think I'm good now because I'm starting to get tired. But it was wonderful talking to you, Harry. I bet I brought back some memories you haven't thought in a long time.
Gotcha. Anytime, man. I think we can do it again, maybe like in a couple weeks after you maybe run a couple other pre workouts or anything, or
Yeah.
even new experiences, man. Like gotten to save those stories. That's what I'm saying. Save the stories for when we do the stream, and also anything you want to plug in, any discount codes, any companies that you personally are like using their supplements, because I know everybody's running their 4th of July sale. What company would you want to recommend to people who are watching the stream?
Oh, Sup Locker, bro. He's a good guy. Sup Locker.
Gotcha.
You
And
should-
give me more about Subblocker. What's for Subblocker?
Well,
Because I don't know too much.
he's a nutrition company, and he's starting to do. He's more in the illicit pre workouts, and he has some other stuff that's not on the website yet. But if you message him, he might give you the menu of what you want.
The
Yeah.
menu. Wow.
Yeah.
The menu.
The
Okay,
menu.
so there is a secret menu for these supplements that you want. All right, so you heard it here, man. go to Sub Locker. And do you have a discount code?
Yeah, code optimal, man.
Okay, use code optimal to save how much percent off your order?
10%.
Gotcha. So save 10% by going to Sublocker and using optimal for your discount code. And for me, I always plug it in. Either a company that I always back is Keel Labs, or head over to NutriCartel. Uh, a lot of companies, honestly, that I've tried out recently that are good. Like Panda's always good across the board with supplements, and the new one that I've kind of just fell in love with was the Utaka Pump, man. Utaka Pump, animated inspired pre workout, and that shirt that I had on, it's a great shirt. And it is not that cheap material either. Like the ones that kind of peel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I washed it and it was good. So you can head over to utakupump.com and use my discount code PR no PSR and get I believe it's like 35% off, man, your entire order. So he hooked it up with that discount code. So thank you for joining me and Gino for this live stream. Anything you want to say to the people on the stream or whoever watches it before we leave?
Keep being stemmed up, guys.
All right, you heard it from Gino. Keep the stems up, man. All right. So with that, I'll leave everybody at home. Have a good night. Have a great Fourth of July weekend. Same to you, Gino.
All right,
And
bye,
hope you
bye
rest well.
everybody.
All right. See you, Gino.
Bye, Harry.
All right.